man. Let's run it. All right, people. Mic check, mic check. What's up, butthead? Calmate vos. Mm. Turn this down real quick. Saludos from Kansas City. Originalmente de Jalisco. There you go, homeboy. Hello. What's good in the hood? Put on house, Mike in the house. We can get you a house one of these days, Mike. We can get you a house, homeboy. We can get you a house. Carnal, nothing major, homeboy. Van Nuys in the building, homie. Oh, man. I don't know if you're from that Van Nuys, but the homies from Van Nuys, they missed out on a great handball tournament, man. Shout out to the homies Van Nuys. Pa la otra, cabrones. What's up, Michael? North Hollywood looking good. You know what it is, homie. The face of NH, homeboy. Let's run it up. Moises Carrera, blessings, Big Gil. Thank you, my man. Akimero, enjoying, Monday. What are you going to do? Your new American Cholo anthem on the way, homie. Oh, yeah, I sent you that, man. I'm glad you got it. I'm looking forward to hearing it, homeboy. Let's see. I can start using some of these for different ones. Is this live? Yeah, we are live, homie. Let's see what we got. Mega Man, the best podcast in the United States, American Cholo podcast. Man, homie, appreciate the love, carnal. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Yeah, Lost is live, homie. It's live. It's currently 5:54 Pacific Standard Time, carnal. So yeah, we live, homie. When it says American Cholo live, it's typically live. What do you tell you live? I think. Saludos respeto desde Mexicali, Baja California. Animo, American Cholo. It was good, homeboy. I saw that shooting that happened over there in Baja, man. I don't know if it was between those buggies, like those dirt buggies or whatnot, the desert buggies. I'm not even sure what they call it. It's not like a damn 80-year-old man. Yeah, them little buggies. They got into a shootout. Like 10 people died, man. I don't know if it was between cartels. Was it with people having beefs on the buggies? I don't know, but that didn't make a bleep out here in the United States as far as news, man, which is kind of crazy to me. We didn't see much of that at all, homeboy. Press that like button, people. This is the only channel that Raza can respect. The rest ex members tirando como comadres. They say I do the same thing, but nah, homie. I talk my shit and I move on. But when I talk my shit, it's not just dissing somebody. It's really getting at a core issue or whatnot. They call me or they try. They'll say, "Oh, you cloud chasing, homie." If I was cloud chasing, I'd be talking about you, homie. But you talking about me, player. So you let me know. I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, the Arellano shooting Mayos people. Okay, yeah, that one, homie. That shit's crazy, man. 10 dead, 9 injured. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, that's more on the IG news page, but as far as out here in the States, I didn't even see it on the news at all, homie. It's kind of crazy, man. Tío Gil, hope all is well. Good with you, big doggy dog. Yeah, homie, living the dream, carnal. Living the dream, homie. Living the Cholo dream, living the American dream. Whatever you want to call it, homie, is much better than living the nightmare, homie. I've been there. I'm good with that, homeboy. Let's see what you got. Oh no, he said American Honduran. That's how they did. That's the covers. Come on, homie, from day one. Catracho in the building, homeboy. You better ask somebody, player. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment too, shit. But I'm from Sun Valley. Ain't nothing wrong with that, homeboy. See, get you guys in here. I'll put the phone number up. Talk shit, whatever you want to talk. Let's run it. Yeah, people don't like they don't like us having a voice, homie. They don't like us standing up for each other. It's amazing how some, not a lot, but a good chunk of people, oh, you're so divisive. When people talk shit about our people, oh, they're just being they're sarcastic, they're being comedian. Anytime people talk shit about the brown race in any way, shape, or form, there's about 2,000 excuses ahead of it. When I sit here and respond to people talking shit about our people, Oh, you're being divisive. Oh, you're being this. Oh, you're being that. Nah, homie, you just ain't never seen a brown man stand up the way I do, and you don't like it, homie. But get used to it, because I ain't going nowhere. Simple as that, playboy. Mm-mm. Uh, you going to the county fair in San Diego? Nah, it's a little bit far for me, homie. The county fair. If I do hit the county fair, it'll be the one in P Town, homie, in Pomona, carnal. But I haven't been to the county fair in a while because I mean, the county fair is, I guess, when you have a bunch of little kids and all that stuff. And me, I'm a grown ass man. I go there and it's like, I'm kind of been there once, been there twice, even like kind of like Disneyland. I'm good with that. I mean, I'm good right here, chilling, doing my thing. Mm-mm. Let's see. What up, American Cholo? Leave that guy alone, homeboy. Leave the guy alone. Nah, I ain't selling the slot machine, homie. Charlie, tamale. Mm-mm. Uh, hey, G, you ever kick it with MC Boulevard? I can honestly say that, like, I can honestly say that, yeah, I have kicked it with MC Boulevard before he was MC Boulevard. I wouldn't say, well, I don't know. He probably doesn't say what hood name he's from. Yeah, but he's from Clanton, and we were. He's a couple years older than me, but we were definitely kicking in the same alley at the same time. Like, yeah, what's up, homie? How you doing? Like, straight up, us and the homies from the Fourth and Clanton, we're like this. I mean, we're very very tight knit group, and as it should be. But I definitely know the homie MC Boulevard. That song that he did, I remember you, homie. That's actually also a part of my homeboy Whisper, which was my first homeboy get killed in the hood, homie. So yeah, I definitely know. I should try to get him on one of these days, homie. But the guy's busy doing his thing, so it's all love. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's another thing, homie. People will leave the comments, talk shit, but they won't have that conversation. And I ain't one of the few. I'll put the number up, homie. But see, over here, we're not having that fucking dumbass, childish conversation when people are screaming over each other. No, no, no. Over here, we're having real adult conversation. But the reality is that most people who are making dumbass comments don't know how to have that conversation. So what they'd rather do, they'd rather insult you, say, "Oh, let's fight. Well, let's do this." Listen, homie, if I look up at the sky and I tell you the sky is blue, and then you look up at the sky and you say, fuck you, you's a punk. The sky is black. Let's run that fade. Whatever fade we run, whether I win or lose, sky's still blue, playboy. Sky ain't changed. The shit ain't changed just because you won or I won. Doesn't matter. So that's what people do. They'd rather go to that route because they'd rather divert from the conversation. I'm just saying, Holmes. Uh, Much love, American Cholo from Panama. I look like a brother, but puro Latino. I love that you're bridging the gap between black and brown. Hey, man, talking about that, if you guys have not seen Papa Snoop's interview throughout, dude, you're missing out. Papa Snoop is the modern day Forrest Gump, homie. Straight up, without the autism part, let's say, right? But as far as story wise goes, Papa Snoop has an amazing story, one, and two, he knows how to paint the picture for you. From growing up in the prejudiced ass South when he was a child in the 50s, to going to Vietnam and giving some of the most like detailed Vietnam stories I've heard in a very long time. To living in Detroit when it was, Maserati Rick, I think they call him. He said all kind of crazy names of the drug dealers out there. To eventually, come out here LA with his son Snoop Dogg. And the beautiful part was we just really spoke on Snoop Dogg for about 10, 15 minutes because I wanted to hear his story, man. You get an elder man like that who's been through the stuff that he's been through. He's got some history, man. And Papa Snoop came out here and blessed the platform. And if you guys haven't seen that interview, man, you guys got to go check it out. That's all I'm saying, man. Mm-mm. I don't talk about the Chon Chon John D. Mm-mm. Hey, Gil, have you heard of Hawthorne Little Watts? Of course, homie. I was busted with the homie Sporty from Little Watts. There's a couple other guys out there. Sporty, I believe, he got deported. I spoke to him maybe about a year or two ago. So when the YouTube, I mean, this has been around for 4 or 5 years now, but he hit me up. Listen, a lot of people know who I am in some shape, way, or form, homie. And I'm not saying it all gangster way, just it was. So he hit me up and it was cool as fuck. He's like, hey, man, I see what you're doing. We had a good conversation. But yeah, I mean, eventually, one way or another, you're gonna run into somebody from some different neighborhood for sure. Mm-mm. Uh, I love American Cholo. There you go, huh? But you know what it is. Mm-mm. You gonna catch that? Listen, man. If Wack was a barber, Wack would have a 0 review on Yelp, homeboy, because he has more people waiting in line for those fades than Champion Barbershop in the Valle, homie. He got about 100 lined up. So go line up your 100 you got, give them their fades, and come talk to me, homie. I am not hard to find. If you're tapped in, homie, you can make one phone call. I'm in my city, homie. I ain't never left, homeboy. Can anybody else say the same? I'm just saying, homes. This morning, then I flushed. That's all it is. That's right, AC representing the humble ones. That's what it is, man. Like I said, when somebody else talks shit about us in our race or any kind of disrespectful kind of way, it's always 1,000 or 2,000 different excuses. Oh, they're comedians. Oh, they're just, it's sarcasm. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. As soon as I call those people out, oh, you're being divisive. Oh, you're being racial. No, I ain't being racial, homie. I'm calling one individual out on their bullshit. And that's all it is. And anytime I do it, I've called out George Lopez. What am I being divisive towards our own people? Nah, homie. When I see garbage out there, I call it out, and people are just not used to it. But like I said, homie, you better get used to it, carnal. Nothing major. Nothing major. All right, you know what? Let me put the number up there real quick. Well, I do got a little bit of news for you guys. I don't know if you guys heard of well, I posted it on my IG. I posted it on YouTube. It was the what do they call it? The Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. They were first. They got disinvited to Pride Week. Here you go. They first got disinvited to Pride Week. I believe it's June 16th or something, or June 6th at Dodger Stadium. But now they got heated. The Dodgers got a lot of heat from the LGBT community, and they got reinvited. They got disinvited at first because, I mean, look at they're dressed like nuns, they're called the sisters, perpetual indulgence. And some of the Christian or the Catholic Christians started pressing up on the Dodgers and say, hey man, this is mocking our religion. And I think, to a point it is. I guarantee you they won't mock the Muslim religion. I guarantee you they won't mock the Jewish religion. Do you think there would be uh okay if they went in there with the kippas, and they went in there with the with the stuff the Jewish they're not called priests, they're called something else. What are they called? What are they called? Somebody could tell me in the comment section. But do you really think for 1 second that the Dodgers would let them go in there as Hebrews and mock their religion? Absolutely not, homie. So that's why, to me, listen, you have to be respectful. I think that, yeah, that is disrespectful to people who are very religious. You sit there and you're going in there as a monk, as a nun, as a priest, and you're mocking them, man. You can't say you're not, but rabbis, homie, rabbis, fool. Yeah. Do you think for a second, if it was called the rabbis of perpetual indulgence and they were making fun of Judaism, that they would let that fly? Nah, chale, Holmes. Not one way, shape, or form, carnal. All right, this vato said I want the number. Hey, see, I want to run it. There you go, homeboy. Numbers are there. Live calls 818-538-9330. 818-538-9330. It's 199 the first minute and 50 cents after that, homie. No, I'm playing. It's free, carnal. Nothing like that. Monday juice. Saludos. 805 in the building. Have a feed him a day. QOAC. You know what? I want to show you this. Hold on 1 second. What you guys are going to call right now. I want to talk about the handball tournament, man. That was just great, homie. We had all kind of fellas pull up. Let me see. Where's it at? Where's my flick at? Shout out to my boy Bruno, man. Bruno and his homie doing the mural, the American Cholo mural, man. That shit was dope. Charlie Rocampo in the building. What's up, homeboy? Talk to us.
What's up? What's up, my boy?
You
Hey, dog.
talk to me.
Shout out to American Cholo. This is Charlie Rocampo. I wanted to get out there on the platform just to give the homie from the Southside Reaction apology, dog.
Okay.
I called the other day when he had YBE on there, and YB expect on, and fuck, I was buzzed, my boy. I was fucking buzzed. Didn't even know I was on live until like a couple minutes later. Spencer, but yeah, to me, I made a fool of myself, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen the clip. I saw the thumbnail.
I didn't like that interview. That interview was shit, though.
Right.
I
Yeah.
was getting drunk. My birthday was I was getting drunk on Friday when he had the podcast going, and my birthday was Saturday, so I celebrated on Friday. You know, it's the end of
Right.
the week.
For
Shout
sure.
out Union Carpenter.
For
I'm driving from Beverly Hills to Hammond, and I mean I had a few beers in me, but yeah, dog.
what
I
would you
just
do?
wanted to put it out there, dog.
Hey, what'd you do? Colin talking shit or what?
Well, I didn't talk shit. I didn't talk shit. I just fucking sound like I was lost in the sauce, my boy. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Hey, homie,
And
it
I
happens to all
didn't
of us,
talk
homie.
shit. I did want to cross a line with him, though.
Right.
I did. That was the whole intent for me to fucking. But it didn't come out that way. And usually I'm not. I mean, I spoke to a few motherfuckers on the podcast. I listened to
Right.
all my Raza podcast, man.
That's right.
And I didn't want to cross one line with him about him always just putting down Chicano rap. Oh, I'm done with Chicano rap, this and that. But like my main point was like,
Who's that? Blue
look,
Devil?
look at where you come from.
Blue
That's Blue Devil, man.
The Blue Devil ain't forgot about Chicano rap, homeboy. He just like talking shit, homeboy.
Yeah, but he puts it out there sometimes where it's like it makes me cringe. Like,
I hear you.
look, you know, I'm done with this Chicano rap, and it's like, I mean, you started for Chicano rap. You're all where you are right now because of Chicano rap.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
I mean, come on now, man. I mean, stop putting your foot in your mouth. But it didn't come out that way when I talked to him. And hey, my boy AAC, check it out. He put it out there like I'm trying to get on his podcast. I'm not trying to get on his podcast, dog.
Right.
I'm really not. And he also put it out there like, what? You ain't like Charlie Roll ain't really done shit in years, but guess what? Charlie Roll did fucking do something. When Chicano rap was dying, we brought it back up.
Right.
I mean, Chicano rap made a mark in the game. I mean, Charlie Roll made a mark in the game, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
It was a lot of work, dog, to get there.
So pretty much, what you're saying now is what you're saying now is what you wanted to say when you called. When you were a little buzz to say it.
Yeah, dog, without no arguments, without no drama. You know what I mean? And I know YB was like sitting there, like, hey, dog, you know, we could do this another time. I mean, I took up a few minutes of their time, which I really shouldn't have. You know,
yeah.
I was buzzed though, low key.
I hear you. We all had them days, homie.
I like how you handle your shit, my boy.
Thank you, homie.
You are the professional up in this shit, dog. I do construction too, man. One day I hope I could fucking have you come to our job site.
Let me know, homie. I'll pull up.
My carnal's the superintendent. We're metal stud framers, drywallers. And shout out to my carnal Rascal from that Weird Water Locals.
That's right.
But we come from somewhere. The main thing is we come from somewhere. We're here now. And just like you always used to have back in the days, man, like we gotta give the next man a chance, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you can't forget where you come from, dog.
For sure,
you know,
homie.
And I mean, I'm buying a house. I'm doing my thing. I'm taking care of my kids.
That's right. Congrats.
And I know you don't either. That's why you do what you do today, dog.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, homie. Hey, man, I appreciate the phone call.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, man. Fuck Whack 100, though. One time for
one time for your mind.
All
right, homie. Thank you, brother. Later, brother. Here you go, homie. Take those shots back, homie. Ah, shit. There you go. Yeah, I saw that pop up. I didn't see it. I saw it on shout out to Hater World. I saw it on Hater Bits. I believe it's called, is where he puts the clips at. And I saw some of that Charlie Rowe checking something. You know, one thing with Blue Devil, dude, he does a great job at his marketing, dude, which you know, he should, homie. Yeah, well, there you go. The homie. All right, let's see what's going on right now. Private's usually. Frijolero, what's good, homeboy?
What did you see that CNG his new album, I guess, or that new song that he named it Frijolero?
Oh, CNG.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think about it?
What you think about it?
You know what, fool? I get where the guy's coming, where the guy's coming from. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't really dig it. I think he's trying to do his own things where instead of saying the N-word, they're saying what's up, frijolero. But that's like saying what's up, beaner. Like, I'm not cool with that, homie. I mean, I'm not gonna sit and tell the homie, oh, fuck you, fuck change it. No, I'm not saying that at all. Just my personal opinion, like as an older guy, like I think that's going backwards. But what do you think?
Yeah, the same. I mean, it comes off kind of tacky. You know what I mean? Like he even said it on the post. He's all like, "Yo, I'm dropping this song or whatever," but it's not like trying to put that raza down and shit. And I was just like, "Well, bro, why are you gonna drop it then?" You know what I mean? If you're already having those thoughts.
Because I'm
Um,
sure people are getting. I'm not in his not at him like major, but probably tell me, hey, man, you should really think about this because it is. I mean, you're trying to start something
I
that
mean, what's the difference between him saying frijoleros and Whack 100?
yeah, well,
Doing what he's doing.
that's what it opens up the door to is what I believe. I think we already get mocked enough in the industry, whether it's music, movies, anything else, right? We get mocked so much that's just another weapon that they can use. Sit there and say, ah, you guys call yourself beaners, why can't we?
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
that's what to me it's opening the door to. I think see he's got enough talent. Yeah, he doesn't need that, but I don't know. Let's see where he goes with it, homeboy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's just gonna get a whole bunch of backlash. I mean, he's already getting it. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right,
There's
man,
one way
for
to
sure.
find out, right?
Yeah, yeah,
All right, homeboy. I appreciate the phone call and the question, carnal.
uh,
Brother
yeah,
Late.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Let me see what you got. See, Genie una frijolero. I don't know well, what exactly is the is there like you have to be a certain part of the state, certain part of the country, certain part of Mexico. I don't know, homeboy. I'm not gonna be the pupuzulero or some shit, homeboy. Yeah, I'm not cool with it. Going there. My phone call is going. That okay? I don't know, homeboy. All right, here we go. 707 in the building. Danny, what's good, my man?
Danny? This isn't Danny.
Who
I
is
think I'm
this?
calling the wrong number.
This is Gil.
This
You,
is
you calling?
Bernie.
Oh, Bernie, what's up, Bernie? Talk
Oh
to us.
snap!
Bernie,
Yeah. Oh snap!
you
Oh snap!
you
Gil
live,
or
homie. You live,
Cholo? How
homie.
you supposed to be called?
Let's run it, carnal.
That's what's up, bro. Thanks for having me. Look, I want some of your wisdom and some advice on this shit. Oh, I'm seeing myself. Hey, I'm watching the live right now. So
Yeah,
thanks. But look,
yeah,
I
sure.
want some of your wisdom and your advice on this. So look, I'm young. I'm 20 something. I work at a high school. Look, I'm from the struggle. Parents on dope. I had to hustle, but I made it out. Went to college. Blah blah blah. So I want your advice on. I work at a high school, and there's like it's just there's like a gang problem going on. Not a gang problem, but it's a rural Northern California high school, and there's another rural Northern California high school, and there's like a gang issue going on.
Right.
But to me, we're all like they're both like this. They go through the same struggles.
Uh huh.
Northern California, rural, poor country folks,
Yes.
and they're Mexican. That's another reason why I'm. You feel me? The Mexican gangs, and this shit gets real serious. And
Yes.
it would break my heart if one of these 16-year-olds, 14-year-olds got shot
Right.
over these small communities. And I was just talking with someone, and I was like, once blood gets spilled, from what I hear, that's where shit gets heated up, and it's hard to stop. So
Absolutely.
I just wanted your perspective on this. I'm talking to a bunch of different people, and I'm getting a little nervous because I love these kids, bro. So yeah.
Well, it's very difficult at that age because it's almost like you say one thing and goes out the other ear, right? And the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, I don't know if it's like two groups of kids in the same high school or just one group of them and they're having issues with another one. So, um, I mean, the only thing you can do, my man, is you can try to talk to them and they're listening. I mean, they're paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
but
What's up?
the streets the influence the streets have is so powerful because once you're done talking to them, they're back with their buddies and their buddies are in their ears, and let's say there's a group of 10 guys,
Mm-hmm.
and a group of these 10 guys, they will all act like they don't care, but in reality they do care, but they're all putting up a front for every other one, and there might be one or two who really don't give a shit at the
Yeah.
time, but they're all kind of putting up a front for the other ones because they want to be accepted. And how do you be accepted in the hood? You say F those other guys, we don't get along with them, but those other guys on that side of the block
Mm,
are doing the exact same thing
accepted.
that these guys are doing. It's the exact same thing.
Same
It's
struggle.
a
That's what I'm
same
trying to say.
it's the same struggle. The only way I mean I could ever see anything like this is try to find, and there's gonna be the leader in this. There's gonna be one who stands out as a leader. There always is. And I'm not saying he's right now organized, but he's still the guy that they kind of look up to. And usually that guy is the
Mm-hmm.
sharpest guy in there. He's just, in the streets. If you would be able to get at that guy, talk to him, then you would have to try to get at the leader of the other kind of guys. I mean, it takes a lot of work. This is the thing, and I
Mm-hmm.
mean, to me, it's eventually,
I know.
what I'm trying to do. Eventually, I got the nonprofit. I haven't got any funds. When eventually I start getting some funds, what I want to do is I want to eventually take some of these kids, like get a big old warehouse, right, and a paintball shooting
Mm-hmm.
one, and say, all right, fellas, today you guys are gang banging. These guys are banging these guys, but you're gonna go paintball shooting, fool. You're gonna go paintball shooting and do
Mm-hmm.
something like that where they're gonna talk shit. As long as they ain't dissing nobody's hood, they're paintball shooting, because once the paintball shooting is on,
And they could express that
yes,
anger
once
or
the
express that
adrenaline
feeling.
once the adrenaline's over, you can sit them in a room and eventually they're gonna start talking. I shot you over here. And they're gonna eventually start realizing, wait a minute, man, these guys aren't so much different. It's the thing is they're not interacting with the other people, and when they do, it's always negative interaction. It's never a positive interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times when it comes to just sports in general, that's why we did the handball tournament in Venice, because I want to show,
That
and
was
we
tight.
we had
Salute.
so many different neighborhoods out there. Somebody doesn't know either. There was a guy from up north up in there. Nobody was in there banging. Nobody's in there. No, to me is
Mm-hmm.
this: if you're good in your hood, homie, you're good to come to any of my events. I don't play that shit. I'm on some positive shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to help those kids like you're trying to do. I'm trying to be that role model and show guys this is the blueprint, guys. We can come together. Will we always agree? No. Will we have some issues? Yes. But the thing is, we don't need to take those issues to all of a sudden now we're killing one another for something that, all in all, it's not that serious, Holmes. It really isn't.
Yeah, and like you said, and I would like if you could elaborate on the acceptance part. They're just trying to get acceptance, and I feel that because I was looking for acceptance, and it's such a trip seeing these kids because I'm like, man, I was just like these kids. It's freaking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But
And
the
that,
acceptance part,
that
not being accepted by family, I think it would be cool if you could elaborate on
well
that
that
part.
well that's huge, because like you said with your parents, right? You came from the struggle. A lot of kids that are out on the streets, their parents are either too busy working, they got migrant parents, so their parents,
Mm,
and they have big families. They don't have time as somebody
for sure.
who's established in the middle class, that mom's at home, dad's at work, mom has time to pick up Johnny from junior high, take him to karate class, take him to no, we don't have that. When you in the hood, you in the hood. You don't you're lucky sometimes that you have the lights on and you got food in the fridge. Let's keep it 100, right? So
Absolutely.
these kids see other kids who are going through the exact same thing that they're going through, so they gravitate to one another. And then what they do is they find the hood.
Yeah.
Whatever hood, X, Y, and Z. This is my hood. This is something I can say is mine. When somebody who comes from nothing, has never had shit in their life, can now sit there and say, this is
Mm,
mine with pride. I'm not going to let you
now they
mess with
have
it.
something.
And yeah, they have something. They belong to
They might
something.
not have had the family, but now they got the hood.
And that's what the hood is. That's what the hood gives you. But then eventually the hood is gonna destroy you, homie, because
Mm-hmm.
the hood don't love nobody.
Man.
That's the fact. The hood don't love nobody. At the end of the day, I seen them come and go, homie. The hood, listen, to anybody who's even in that struggle, or going through, I say this: take 2 months off. Take 2 months off, do right, go to work, go to school, make the right choices, and you're gonna see your quality of life get so much better. And if it doesn't work out, don't trip, homie. The hood's gonna be there. The hood ain't going nowhere.
For
The
sure.
That life is not going nowhere. That the ghetto, like Rick James said, the ghetto will be there tomorrow, baby. So don't be in a rush to be in the ghetto all day long. What you should do is start doing right, and you'll see that energy. You'll see that shift in your life, man.
Hey, man. Good looking out, American Cholo.
For sure.
I'm young, so I hadn't heard that quote from
Rick
whoever he
James,
said that
homie.
the
Rick
ghetto's
James,
gonna be
homie.
there tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a show's gonna be there tomorrow,
Yes,
and
sir.
that's the sad part. But
Yes, sir.
thank you for having me on, bro. I appreciate you,
Hey, for sure,
and
man.
keep doing,
I'm glad I could help.
keep keeping it positive and uplifting people.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. There you go. That's another one. I love those phone calls, homie. We teach one, homie. Teach one, carnal. All right, what do we got in here? Mm, all right. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. No, they're coming in hot. They're coming in hot. Mr. Abraham, what say you?
Yo, American Cholo, shout out from Chula Vista, California.
Chula Vista,
And I just
what's
want to
happening?
say that I love what you do, man, and I love that concept that you were just mentioning with the other dude about having this warehouse and everything all paintball, almost like how do you say it, like therapeutic kind of way.
Yes, absolutely.
Like ask them like, hey, look, like why'd you shoot him? What's so different from you? How do you know this guy's the same way? I really love that concept, bro.
Well, it's like this, like with the paintball shooting, you can have two different gangs go in there, and they are at first gonna try to
Mm,
fucking like really hurt each other, right? But this is
right, right,
this is
right.
the beautiful part. Once it's all said and done, everybody can walk away and go home. And what happens in the streets, they think it's a game. They really do. Young kids believe that it's almost like a video game. I'm gonna get this gun. I'm gonna shoot this guy. I'm gonna hurt him, and then everything's gonna be happy. And if any, in the worst case scenario, I'm gonna go to prison and do life. And they say it like that. So what? And then once they get that
Mm,
reality, that wait a minute, these doors are not opening. Hey, I'm not going home for 20, 30 years. This guy is dead. When that reality kicks in, it's too late. So hopefully you can get these guys in there to actually, yeah, let it get a little physical with the paintball shoot. Let them actually, bust on each other, get it out of your system. But then once it's all said and done, you guys sit down, have a drink if you're old enough, or whatever, smoke a joint, whatever it is you guys do. But then get to know one
it's kind
another.
of like sparring with boxing kind of way,
Yes,
in a
homie.
way though.
It's exactly what it is, and you're gonna respect each other after it. You got to get that in, and you're gonna respect each other. And then you could do the same thing with boxing, but have guys in the actual weight class where these guys eventually will not sit there and be like, I'm gonna go shoot these guys like for real. Hey, are you guys gonna go bang on these fools this Saturday? Yeah, let's go. But where are you going? You're gonna go paintball shooting. You're gonna go do the sparring at the gym. You're gonna do something interactive that boys love to do. Fool, they want to get that testosterone in there. But once it's all said and done, they're good, homie. Everybody gets to go home, and they're gonna go back. And their homies that thought they were too cool to come, they're gonna hear the stories. Oh man, I shot this guy in the chest. Oh, I got the headshot. But everybody's alive and able to go home. That's the most important part.
Right, right. I really do love that concept because my little brother, I'm not going to mention his name, but he was very close to even like participating, associating with the gang
Right.
out here in San Diego, and both me and my mother had to give him a talk. Tell him, look, that's not the life because look what happened to your other brother. He did 3 years in the feds for crossing things over, which I'm not going to say, but
Right.
look what happened to him. You don't want to end up like that. I mean, yeah, he's learned his lesson. He knows that it ain't no joke. It's not what it seems. Getting easy money is not worth it.
No, it's
It's
not.
better to just, hard work and earn it than just get easy money because there's consequences behind that.
Right.
So I totally love that concept, and that's exactly what we need.
For sure. But yeah, we got to think outside the box, man. Everybody keeps doing the same old thing, and we got to think outside the box and start doing it where these guys are really getting involved and meeting one another in one shape or form. Appreciate the phone call,
Right,
my
right.
man.
All right, thank you, Cholo. God bless.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right, another good one. Another good one. Yeah, so this was, come on, homie. Look at this, carnal. Look at this, homie. This is what it's about, carnal. This is what it's about right there, homie. Look at all the fellas right there. Look to the left of you. That place was packed. We went there together with all kind of fellas from all kind of hoods, homie, on some positive shit. That's what that means to me. That's what that Venice Beach handball tournament is about. It's about keeping our culture alive for our people, homeboy. Let me get this out of here real quick. Who's calling in? Mario, what's good? I'm doing good, brother. Talk to me.
Throw a word out there. What you guys are talking about, man. I think it's important that we're able to like really express it correctly. This gang ideology or this it's really about peer orientation, right? Like, well, you could be family oriented. You actually are born family oriented as a child. You grow up and you look to your parents and for like unconditional love. Okay.
Right.
And what happens is, and that's the compass, right? Your compass is pointed at your parents,
Yes.
and you're oriented to them. But what happens, like you're saying, our families are so broken up, or they're not, and they're just not correctly functioning, and they send us to these schools. And what happens is we end up orienting ourselves to our peers. Okay.
Yes.
So instead of, and because that's who we begin to orient towards, we think the love is supposed to come from them. We think the unconditional love and the guidance is supposed to come from them. So we become peer orientated, and this is the real pandemic. the real one that's happening. And I just think it's important that we be able to really contextualize what is going on when like people are so eager to join gangs and prove themselves and look for that type of validation from children. Like you're a child, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
if anybody has a kid, you'll see it instantaneously too.
yeah, for sure.
Right when you send them to school, I mean, first grade, second grade, the shift really begins to happen. And Jesus said, you can't serve two masters,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
And that's the thing. You can serve your family, and that's who you should serve.
Yeah,
But if you don't,
I mean, as an adult, I understand exactly what you mean or saying. As a kid, you got to remember, it's poverty, it's drugs, another thing that, especially in the Chicano community, it's a rite of passage, unfortunately, for a lot of Chicanos in the hood. The rite of passage is, oh, homie, you gotta join a gang, you gotta go to jail. There's guys, you ain't been to prison, you ain't been about that. Like it's a crazy world that we live in, that most of white America doesn't do that. Most of white America is trying to make their money. Yeah, do they got poverty? Yeah, absolutely. But that rite of passage has been ingrained into us, unfortunately, and a lot of kids still believe that in order to get respect in your neighborhood, you got to join the hood, you got to put in work, you got to go to prison and do all this stuff. And unfortunately, those same young men will come out grown men and knowing that it was all a lie. And that's what I'm trying to help them realize, that, hey, homie, you don't got to go down that route, carnal. You don't got to be a punk, but you can be a grown ass man and
right,
take care of business. But that's why I say, being a gangster, shooting somebody, that's the easy part, homie. That is not hard. If you're really about that business, I can tell you that's not the difficult part. The difficult part is dealing with the consequences once you get busted. One, and two is waking up every morning at 5 a.m. whether you want to or not, because you got to put food in the fridge, you got to keep the lights on, you got to carry that cardinal, you got to carry the rent, your kids need clothes, like all this stuff that really adds up. That a lot of people will say screw it and go back to jail. The tough guy is the guy that gets up every morning and takes care of his family, man. And unfortunately, a lot of people just don't see that yet.
man, you're so right. And so the rite of passage, this is something that has been ingrained to us, right? When we were, 3,000 years ago, or even 2,000, 1,000, when you were just living in these smaller tribes, there was always a rite of passage.
Right.
And dude, they're so crazy right now. Like there is actually rite of passages ingrained in us by nature, right? One of them called puberty.
Right.
And that's why you got these sick people out here trying to stop puberty.
Yeah.
Giving the kids puberty blockers, man, because they understand that there is a growth and development that occurs naturally. So you're so right, man. And the kids aren't going to see it. I didn't see it for a long time, man. But that's why it's so important as grown people that we reorientate ourselves to our families, that we step back from that peer ideology, and that we start to become mentors to the young people, man.
Absolutely.
And we can't, like, I get it, like there's not a lot of opportunities, man. But we have to like say what is valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like my family decided that we were going to homeschool our kids, and that was a big shift. I mean, I wasn't homeschooled.
Yes, that's a big
You
shift.
know what I'm saying? And so it's like, okay, so we're just going to have one income between me and my wife. I'm like, damn, well, we're going to have to cut back a lot. But it's like, but that's okay, because the value that we have by having the autonomy to teach our children what we want to teach them, and to not subject them to this nightmare of becoming peer orientated, dude, this is the true generational wealth, because we can start to set the example for our children and then our grandchildren.
Absolutely.
And if we continue to do this with unconditional love and intention, this is how things really change, and we come out of this communist nightmare
Starts
that
at
we
home.
find ourselves in.
For sure, my man. I appreciate the phone call.
Thanks, Gil. Take it easy.
Thank you, brother. Hey. Man, we getting some good ones, homeboy. That's what I'm talking about, homeboy. Come on, carnal. Let's see. See. Ta-da, what we got here? Just go to school, make a good living for you and your family. Yeah, I wish it was that easy. I wish we can just say that to other kids, and they'd always do it, homie. But unfortunately, a lot of us are burros, and we gotta learn the hard way, homeboy. All right, let's see who's tapping it already. Caller, who's this?
Man,
Box, what's up, my boy?
what's up, brother? It's been a long time, man. Depends on the feet on. I haven't spoken to you in a long time. You know, I'm going through what I'm going through. You already know that, man.
What's going on? Talk to me.
Okay, so this is what I wanna bring to the table, brother. And a lot of vatos don't bring this to the table. You know, first and foremost, I respect what you do and what you've brought to the forefront. The utmost respect, carnal.
Thank you.
But you know, when you look at the counterpart of it, if you will, with this Whack 100 vato, and you look at him and what he says is, why does he hit our radar? The vato's telling you right off the bat, hey, I'm prejudiced and I don't care about you. I don't care about you and your people, and I'm gonna run my mouth and do this and do that. But I get why you did what you did. What I want to say is this, and bring this right here, right now. When vatos start going off like that, you know, I to me, it's just like, man, like, I don't even pay attention to that. You know, I can't.
Well,
To me, it's disgusting.
well, to
You
me,
get what I'm saying?
yeah, I get that, but to me, it's this. To me, it's I'm just putting you on Front Street. I'm like, you want the spotlight? Here you go. Here's your spotlight. And after that, I walk away, homie. I really don't need to go back and forth like a 16-year-old kid and screaming and doing all these extras, homie. We ain't about the extras. You know, it is what it is. But that will show you when somebody's got something to hide. When they continue to bash and, oh, you're a cloud chaser, you're this, you're that. If this shit ain't true, then why are you worried about it? It's like people will try to send me stuff. Hey, Gil, this guy's talking shit about you. Hey, this guy's. I'm like, I don't give a shit, homie, because I know it ain't true, homie. All the guys that talk shit,
You're right.
they ain't even in their neighborhood anymore. They ain't nowhere to be found, homie. I'm still in North Hollywood, carnal. I'm still here, player. After all these years, homie. After all these years, I'm still here. Where you fools at? They ain't nowhere to be found. So to me, it's just you want the spotlight. Here you go. If it's somebody who is on a much smaller platform than me, I'm not worrying about it, homie. I don't punch down. I punch up. So to me, it's like, nah,
There
hell,
you go, brother.
hell no. You want to sit here and do this because why? Because what they know is I'm not saying let's go out there and bang on these guys fit. No, 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 no. All that fucking shooting each other, beating each other up. That's that low level fight, homie. The high level fight is what all these fucking weirdos are doing, homie. They politicking each other with money. They're gonna take money out your pocket. They're gonna make sure people don't buy your shit. They're gonna make sure people don't support your stuff. That's what they're really afraid of. When I say they, I mean anybody. People get on their feeling. What does it mean they? I mean anybody who sits there and wants to talk shit about the brown race, about the culture, about anything else. People who want to sit there and disregard us, what they fear the most is our buying power and us coming together and having a voice. And that's what they don't like about American Cholo, because American Cholo talks a lot of shit. But when I talk my shit, I talk it intellectual. I'm not just sitting here screaming and telling you, F you, let's run that fade. That's what little kids do, homie. I can go to the hood with a bunch of little 16-year-old kids and act like that. I'm not. I'm a grown ass man, a grown ass business. And the problem is, they don't want that because they want to divert the conversation to something else. I ain't diverting the conversation. Here it is. I lay it out. And after that, I walk away. I do a live like this and I keep it pushing, homie. Hey, my man, I appreciate the phone call, homie. Hey. See what we got, homie. If you were born here, you're American. I guess. I mean, I don't know. Anybody can be anything they want, I guess. Mm. Good stuff. I mean, good stuff. Let's see what we got. Cali Mac por vida. You know what it is, homeboy. Don't let them fool you. There we go. Look at that. Cali Mac all day, homie. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. When I mean they, people who aren't in our agenda. That's it. Get off your fucking sensitive horse, homeboy. They, like I said, they've never seen a brown man speak the way we're doing over here, homie. It's been a very long time. I ain't backing down. I'm not sitting here running. I'm still here, carnal. Come on. I don't gotta hide where I live, homie. Everybody else, you can ask them, hey, where do you live? Oh, well, you know, nah, I live in North Hollywood, homie. What's the problem? Shit. What's the dicho? El que nada debe, nada teme, homie. Simple as that. Caller, who's this? What's happening, homeboy? What's happening?
Hey man, I was gonna ask you,
Yeah,
No, you're totally right about
can you get on your phone a little bit
Oatmeal.
closer? Are you on speaker?
No, I got it.
There you go.
Can you hear
Talk
me?
to me. Yeah, that's much better.
No, man, I was gonna tell you, yeah, you're totally right, man, about hitting them in the pocket. So, man, you should probably let all us know what not to buy, because I gave up Spotify and shit.
Right.
I that shit. So, let us know what we got to do.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, like I said, that's what people who go against it, they get scared of us fucking figure out where they're making the money, who they're collabing with. That's what it is too. Who they're collabing with. Hey, are you collabing with somebody who's very well known in the music industry or the movie industry? All right, well, let these people know. Hey, you support this? Listen, these are the rules that have been put upon us for the last couple years with the movements that have been going on. Okay, no problem. I'm down. These are the rules. This is the rules, Nayarda. I'm gonna fucking use those same rules to benefit us, homeboy. And people don't like it. It's funny to me. I laugh and I cringe at people trying to make excuses for this or that. Hey, that's one of ours. Well, then I don't think if you were in the yard, you support somebody who supports a snitch. But all of a sudden you do. Oh well, let's not talk about
I
that.
mean, exactly.
You know,
No, I mean, you took that no joke. I mean, you guys fucking knocked them out, and you did it by stealing their views. You got to take their views away, take all that shit away, and then what they got? Nothing. They got
yeah.
nothing else to do.
You peel
But
back
yeah,
you
that's
peel back enough and
man.
you expose them, dude, because they're exposing themselves every day. But the problem is that they only have their fan base, so their fan base every day is just yeah, you guys are doing good. But then when you expose it to the rest of society, they're like, wait a minute, that's some racist ass shit, homie. And then they gotta be
Hell yeah.
accountable for that, and that's what we're doing over here. We ain't pulling no paperwork, got no pinta shit. We're pulling what you're talking online on air, homie. If it's some shit on the streets,
Exactly.
and I heard some guys in the streets, that's their pedo. I don't give a shit. That's some real street shit. But when you're online and you're having these conversations for everybody to hear, hey, homie, you are going to be critiqued, homie. That's exactly what's happening.
No, you're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job exposing this shit, man. And if you put it on your channel, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna be back keeping up your place. So
All right,
you're
brother.
doing a great job.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. One love, homie. I see my numbers up there, homie. People who want to get it in, people who don't like the Cholo. This is your opportunity right here, carnal. Get it in, homie. 818-538-9330. Let's run it. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, Psycho Thrill said, Raza, learn how to weld. Hella holla there. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of work everywhere, homie. And welding is great money, homie. It really is. Listen, just about any trade is great money, homie. There isn't no trade out there that's not great money. And to me, it's a beautiful thing seeing the Raza come up. Caller, who's this?
What's up, Gil? I'm just being a chismoso. I want to know what you, Gotos, and Tony were doing eating shrimp without me.
Well, first of all, I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat any kind of seafood, believe it or not. I don't know what it is, homeboy. But those guys, they had they had some fucking big old Alaskan crabs in there. It's Vietnamese food is what it was, but the food was excellent, brother. The food, I guess anytime you go to Beverly Hills is good food, homeboy. But no, we actually just had some grown folk conversation, talking some business. Papa Snoop was over there. His homie that was there, Sean. He's been with Goto since day one. Brown and Black production. That's their thing. And to me, it's a beautiful thing, homie. It's us coming together as brown and black men and really having some good conversations, homie. Some grown man shit. One thing I loved about Papa Snoop, he's an old school man, homie, and that's one thing that's missing in America nowadays. Because anytime you have any kind of conversation with people, they want to get all fucking sensitive. You can't say that. And I had the conversations that people said that I won't have. I had it with Papa Snoop. I had it off air. I had it that day. And that's some real grown man shit, homie. And it was a beautiful thing for us to come together that day, brother.
Well, I thought you guys were getting ready to make a movie or something. Hey, I want to part in that movie too. You know what I mean?
You never know, homie. We're talking all kind of stuff, homie. There's some big stuff in the works, carnal. There's some big stuff in the works. The movement is going very well. There's a lot of people behind us. You got a lot of these podcasts coming up, which is a great thing. We are supporting our own, and it seems like more and more every day. And to me, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Second question, Joe, real quick.
Shoot.
What do you think about the
the chat GPT, the artificial intelligence, do you think like that song with Eminem about the cat and all these songs that they're making, do you think that's going to have an effect on the artist? Because now I'm going to be able to make a voice like Marvin Gaye and produce a nice song like that? Or you think it's going to be cool? What do you think about that?
I think that there's going to have to be new laws made, new copyright laws made, and I'm sure they're already in the works. But eventually, it's going to come to a point. I don't know how long in the future, but it will come to a point where a lot of artists will no longer be in play. It's going to be like Star Wars when you walk into the bar and you got the doing the electronical music back there and all that stuff, because people, a lot of, especially, they just want to dance, listen to certain music. So I think eventually it's almost like how nowadays a lot of artists ain't really getting paid much money because there's so many out there, right? It's gonna be the same thing
Mhm.
with I'm sure there's some artificial intelligence out there right now. They're trying to make the perfect voice. You can get a little bit of Tupac's voice, a little bit of Jay-Z,
Mhm.
you get all these different voices, and they're gonna eventually make somebody who sounds like, damn, that fool sounds hard. And you might not even know what it is.
Mhm.
I'm sure within our lifetime we're gonna see another Milli Vanilli. For people who don't know who Milli Vanilli is and are too young, Milli Vanilli was one of the hottest. What is it?
Mhm.
Were they R&B back in the 90s?
Yeah, R&B.
Right?
Blame it on the
Blame it on
rain.
the
God
rain.
will
Yeah,
fall
Millie Vanilli had
Yeah.
hit after hit after hit, and it was two beautiful Jamaican brothers with the dreadlocks, and at the end they weren't even the ones singing the song, homeboy. So if they can get away with Millie Vanilli back in those days, come on, in the future there's gonna be another Millie Vanilli, brother, for sure.
Hey, right on, Joe. You have a good one.
You too. I appreciate the call, brother.
All
Late.
right.
All right. You go, homeboy. What's up, Bay Area Times? ¿Cómo estás, carnal? In the building, homeboy. My boy, Alfonso, Kelly Mac in the house, homeboy. Hey, so hold on. I got a big announcement, actually. American Cholo is pulling up to Sacramento, homie. We're gonna be in Sacramento next month, homie. We pulling up to Sacktown, carnal. We're gonna go over there and represent respectfully, of course, but just letting you guys know we are pulling up to Sacramento next month. I'll give you the details in about a week. Caller, who's this?
How you doing, bro?
What's up, South Central Artists? ¿Cómo estás, carnal?
Aquí, bro. Just stepping in with you, man. I know that you was live right now.
Talk to me, homeboy. We still alive. Let's do it.
Man. I had to tap in because it was a Llorona on your chat talking about harassing the police, man. This is what we do, man. They want to divide,
Yes.
like exactly what you preach, bro. They want to divide the people. You know what I mean? They want to come out here and use that, And
Yeah.
when I see what you do out there and bring the community together, man, that's something good to see, bro. Like
Thank you.
seeing them people out there in the handball courts, man. It sees exactly where we're going. You know what I mean? And your platform, bro, and coming out here with the people and expressing that voice with no filter, bro. That's something good to see, bro. La neta, like a lot of people see it. A lot of people are not gonna like it, but they ain't got no choice. You know what I mean? This is what it
Yeah.
is. It's 2023. They gotta understand that,
Yeah, what I'm trying to do also is I'm trying to teach people to use their voice, to speak up, not to be silent, not to be afraid. In other words, what would American Cholo do? Like he'll say something. Yeah, say something. I mean, if somebody's disrespecting you, if somebody's being racist towards you, if somebody's doing something, whether at work, at the market, wherever it is, homie, say something. Stand up for yourself. The days of us just being humble, quiet people, yeah, we're still humble, quiet people. But when you mess with us, homie, we're gonna get it cracking. That's all it is. And when I say get it cracking, I'm not talking about physically. I'm gonna beat. No. Again, I'm gonna hit you where it hurts in the pocketbook, player. That's what grown people do.
And they're gonna understand it, bro. They're gonna see that exposure out there, being held accountable, 100%, because you see that more and more often out here, And I'm gonna lie to you. Now it's like people are aware, people are taking video, people are understanding that that's not acceptable no more, So, but I
Absolutely.
appreciate you, American Cholo. I don't really want to tap in so much, because I know you have a lot of callers. I
Thank
just
you,
wanted to
man.
spread that little piece.
Appreciate
But
you, brother.
I appreciate you what you do for the community, and I say to all the trolls, man, don't be on your own, man. Come out there and do for the community.
That's right.
Because when you
Absolutely.
out there being when you being an internet banger back there with the little fingers, and you don't got no video to speak up for yourself, don't be on your own. You know
That's
what I
how it
mean, my
is,
boy?
homeboy. That's
Straight
right.
out.
That's right.
Don't be on your channel being on your own. You know what I mean?
There you
But
go, homeboy.
all positivity, bro. Y ahí estamos al millón.
Thank you, brother. Much love. Oh, shit. Vita, damn, you better look at those teeth, huh? You got some issues over there. I remember you walking around your neighborhood and pointing at graffiti and saying, "We still here as long as it's not on your property, huh?" No, we still here, homie. What you want? I'm showing you that I'm still in my neighborhood. That's what I'm showing you. We all see what we want to see. We all see what we want to see. You see, oh, this guy's bright. No, if I'm out here pushing for young men not to kill one another, but I'm in fucking Montana. No, no, shout out to Montana. But I'm in Montana, or I'm completely out of state, or I'm in another town that doesn't even have any gang issues. Do you think a young man is gonna sit here and really say like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen to Gil, man. Yeah, Gil's in Montana." No, fuck no, man. They gotta see that I'm out here. They see me, but in a positive way. They're gonna write, they're gonna shoot, they're gonna do whatever they want. Unfortunately, but what I can do is I can be that voice of reason in their head. And hopefully when they're in that predicament, be like, man, what would Gil do? That's it. You want to take it the way you want to take it? Go ahead. But I'm just letting you know what it is. Holmes. Dun, dun. You can't say Holmes, Gil. It's gang related. With Jay Diggs. Yeah, Jay Diggs wants that too. Like I said, homie, if he was a barber, he had the worst reviews in town. Homie, he got about 100 fades waiting and he ain't got one yet. So it is what it is. Let's see what do we got. South Central Audit. That's good, player. That's how we do it. That's it. That's it. Martin Barajas, I completely boycott anything that is related to whack 100 artists related in business. That's how we do it. That's how you make a difference. If we all move that way, he will be hit. Stop consuming this. Yeah, that's it, homie. That's it. Ain't no asking for no fights. Ain't no shit. Nah, homie. That's what I used to do as a kid. Cause nah, I'm on some grown folk shit. Caller, who's this?
Big brother, brother Alfonso.
Brother Alfonso, ¿qué onda, carnal? ¿Cómo estás?
Hey, let me flip your whole script right now, man.
Let's do it.
I just got back from Paris, France, and I want to be honest with you. Out there, it's like 50% black, 40% white, and 10% Asian. And I never seen a country that coincided together as one, bro, as French people. And I want to let you know, racism is not a world problem. It's an American problem, bro. It's amazing how these people treated themselves, how they acted towards each other. Like the only way I could explain it, if there was a big tree that represented France, they were all under one tree. But here in America, the beautiful thing about America is that there's a whole bunch of little trees, the culturas, right?
Right.
But that's why it doesn't go so great, so high, and so strong. And it's like, I couldn't believe how I've seen so many interracial relationships. Over here, it's black men with white women. Over there was white men with black women, bro. A whole bunch of them.
Well, you know, I think you have that here. What it is, remember, you went to a tourist spot. If you go to downtown LA, you're gonna see that all day long. You're gonna see all kind of people mixed up because, believe it or not, France does have some areas that they they consider very racial areas. They have their projects, especially where a lot of the Muslim community lives at. That's the issue they have over there. So I've seen a few documentaries on me.
I was over there 11 days. Honestly, by the 8th day, I got the feel for the people, and it's not that it's greater than America because I pledge allegiance to the flag over here. You know what I'm saying? But it was amazing how people in the subways, a white woman got up for a black woman, and then the black woman got up for the older white woman, the older white man. And I was observing, bro, and I was like, wow, that's interesting, because Mexican people, we didn't make it that far, bro. That's the whole other side of the continent,
I got a homie out there. I gotta send you his picture. I got a homie that does tattoos out there in France.
Hey, but I want to tell you something, man. When you come to Sacramento, big brother, you get the red, white, and blue American flag.
All right, so check it. So check it out. I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna do these shirts. Oh, let me hide this. Hold on. Let me hide this.
Sign me up, man. I'm taking the day off. What is it gonna take? Is Goto's involved? Who's involved?
No. It has. This is involved. I'll let it know. Is oh God. Jesus. Right now you give me a blank when you said that. Brown Issues, homie. You know the big platform on IG.
Oh, yeah.
This is in collab with Brown Issues. Shout out to Brown Issues. They've invited me out to Sacramento. There's gonna be a big event. They're gonna be rocking. I'm gonna make the American Cholo shirts, but instead of Venice Beach, it's gonna say NorCal, homie. So I'm gonna come out there rocking my NorCal shirt, showing nothing but love to everybody out there,
Hey,
and we're trying to bridge these gaps,
oh
homies.
man, that's
So
so special, bro. Like you said, earlier. Once people get to know each other, even though you might have a static and funk and tension, but after something positive like a paintball war, like even shooting, bam, 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 getting that feeling out of your system, and then after just talking, it goes a long way because we got more in common than we've got differences. But honestly,
yes,
with brown issues
yeah.
out here in Sacramento, because the capital is where the laws are made,
Well,
bro.
well,
The
that
capital right here.
hey,
You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
that's where we're gonna be at the Capitol. Just to let you know.
Hey, what day, man? I don't want to talk about it too much because I know it's still in the work, big brother. But I'm gonna be there, man. I'm
That's
so
right.
excited to see you out here, man. It's gonna be real love. It's gonna be the people got love for you, dog.
Thank you, brother.
All
Thank you.
across the map, from Sacramento to LA to San Diego to all this. This is you're that guy.
Thank you,
You're that
homie.
guy. You know what I'm saying? And we're excited, man. I can't. I'm looking forward towards you posting something that says this date, this date, this date, because people got to get behind this and people are going to show up, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, man.
that's what we're
Anyways,
doing.
big brother, Paris, I seen the Mona Lisa.
That's
I seen art
beautiful,
that made me
homeboy.
cry,
That's
bro.
beautiful.
I
Yeah.
seen art that made me cry, bro. Man, everybody out there, man, you got to take a trip to Europe. You got to take a trip to you got to take a trip far away, man, because they'll change your whole perspective. The American dream is not their dream, bro. Our dream is our dream. You know what I'm saying? Is minority dream out here. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
And we're trying to dream of something better for Mexico, El Salvador, all
right.
that, all down there, everything. This nation is built on greatness because they're able to present a vision that taps into us.
Yes, sir.
And I guarantee anybody from France out there in Europe, they don't want to come out here. They don't, bro. Their taxis are BMWs and Mercedes because that's their cars out there. That's their
Yeah.
Hondas out there.
Right, right. That's
And that's
domestic.
our dream. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyways, big brother, I can't wait to see you soon, man. I'm so excited to be in your presence.
That's right. I mean,
Respeto, tú sabes, man. Nothing but Kelly Mac supporting
Cali Mac
to
in
the
the
fullest from day
building,
one.
player.
Aquí estamos.
That's right. But thank you, Alfonso. That's the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah. So yeah, we pulled up in Sacramento, homie. All love, all respectful. Hope to see you guys out there, carnal. El que nada debe, nada teme, homie. Simple as that. What's up, Daniel K? That's Mr. Choloani himself right there. Shit. What you got? Chapo, damn, homie, you volunteer to speak for the raza. Time to show the youngsters it's okay to catch a fade to avoid a race swap. Is that what it is, homie? Then let me, no, see, you're going to sit here. That means everybody who disagrees or I disagree with, I got to catch a fade. That means I got like 50 waiting, homie. That ain't what grown folk do, homie. I mean, if somebody's in front of me trying to whip their shit, yeah, we can run it. But that ain't what grown folk do, homie. You don't see Donald Trump over there telling Joe Biden, "Well, let's catch." Come on, homie, grow up, kid. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, Dead Merced, huh? Uh, keep doing what you're doing. They say, you know what it is. Who's calling in? That was me calling back. I think. I don't know. That's kind of weird. All right. Mm-mm. Gil, I'm married to a Chinese woman, and I noticed that these people help each other out. They united. I got respect for these people. Excuse me. No, the Asian community is much more has much more influence than us, and it's crazy. The amount of numbers that we have in California alone should scare every politician in California. But they ain't scared of us, homie. They ain't scared of us because they know we are not united. They know we start fighting over the dumbest things in the world, and that's what they count on. When it was you saw 2 years ago, you saw a lot of that Asian hate, and that's the movement they pushed. They got a law passed in California within like 3 months, homie, that called it a hate crime. That's how fast they move. That's how quick they did their thing. With us, nah, homie, we're too busy arguing over the dumbest thing. We're too busy. Oh, go catch that fade, homie. That's low level stuff, homie. We gotta step our game up, carnal. Let's see what we got. Shout out from West Bakersfield. Chucky the dog. Two for Chucky. Is he in here? Chucky needs to lose some weight, homeboy. Wherever he's at, homeboy. Shout out to Texas. Damn, we already been on for an hour, huh? All right. Oh, actually, let me put the Let me put the number back up there. Anybody wants to run it? Here we go, homie. This is what we do. Mm, nah, yeah, that ain't gonna happen, else. That ain't gonna happen on me. You know, they ain't pulling up on me like that. Come on, you know what it is. I mean, they don't gotta fear me. I mean, they don't gotta fear me. Like I said, but with me, like at the handball tournament, if you're good in your hood, you're good with me, homie. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. If you don't, then you ain't supposed to know. Simple as that. Mm-mm. Kelly Mac for life, homie. No much. He's full. Oh, is LeBron going off? I don't know. I gotta go catch it, homie. But I hope so, homie. But they're not. They're done. Homie. There's no way. Okay, if LeBron comes back and actually wins this series and wins it, then he could say he's the greatest of all time. Homie. Then I will say yes. El jefe de jefe from San Diego. Trucha, trucha con el jefe. What's up, jefe? The jefe, talk to us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's
Hey,
going?
man. Nah, I was just talking about the BBW, man, the big, fucking beautiful black woman.
This
Uh,
was it, the big beautiful black woman, huh? What's up with that? Oh, wait, what
yeah,
you got?
yeah, man. Nah, man, fucking whack and shit, man. We found out he got a BBL and shit.
Oh, that's what I'm
We
hearing,
found out.
homeboy. Three finger whack, homeboy. But that, listen, that was he's just a troll. I mean, that's what he does. Everybody,
Nah, he probably got an album coming out. He probably got something coming out, and this is his way of getting his name out there. Is the algorithm going?
no, no, but that's what
Good,
he
hey,
that's what he does every time, fool. Every time, and it's good.
good publicity or bad publicity is publicity.
Well, yes and no, homie. There was a former YouTuber that used to think that, and he's no longer around. It's sometimes where you playing with fire, homie. With
Right,
me, I'm not playing with that shit, fool.
right,
You're sitting here
right.
wanting to wolf on everybody. I mean, me, I'm the least of his problems. He's got so many guys he's wolfed on that are still running the streets like that, and everything's on pyro. And because I say pyro, that means I'm tough. Nah, homie, that's on
That
him.
fool sitting butt naked with his booty out on the phone in Oklahoma, because he lives in Oklahoma, talking all this shit.
Hey, fool,
We gonna
he's feeling sexy, fool. He's feeling sexy. What you want, carnal?
come on, man. He's in Oklahoma, dog. Like, and of course, he knows nobody's gonna go do all that.
Oh
So
shit. He's a
bugged
big
up.
troll. He's just a big troll, homie. He's a big troll, and that's what he wants. He wants to go. I'm not going back and forth. I'm good.
But
Listen,
Bucket, hey, but Bucket, he wanted to get some numbers. We
yeah,
wanted some too.
he wanted,
So
yeah.
shit.
There you go. He wanted it, he got it. But listen,
Uh,
this is my thing too. If you would listen, how am I the cloud chaser? But you keep on speaking about me. But you keep on talking about
Right,
me. But you keep
right.
on bringing, like, I've stopped, homie. I'm done. I kept going,
Yeah.
homie. No, he's a cloud chaser. Like everybody's already gone. He's a. All right, well, what it
Nah,
is
there's no way they speak on our people for sure. But me, you and we're not gonna stay quiet.
yeah,
we for sure gonna say something.
that's it.
Period. We gonna do something, whatever.
That's
It's
it.
going down. So I mean, if they keep coming, we gonna keep. It's just gonna get uglier. So like, I feel like we gotta nip it in the butt quick.
Yeah,
That way,
that's it,
this
homie.
shit don't grow like a cancer.
That and that's all it is, homie. It's setting up. Listen, we ain't taking that shit. We gonna speak up about it. Listen, if the brothers want to let Whack talk all that shit, that's between him and the brothers. That's between you
Right,
guys. But when you want to talk shit
right.
about us, nah, homie, we're gonna fire back, or not. We're gonna fire back. But in my platform, we're gonna fire back respectfully, and we're gonna tell you we heard them in the pocketbook. Everybody, oh, go cash that. What the fuck? Well, fuck cash that.
Hey, the real ones.
Let's get a gun and start shooting each other. Why don't we just not take it to that level already? Nah, because that's fucking what kids do, homie. No, that's not what
Hey,
grown men in business do.
the real ones. Hey, the real ones know. They're like, man, don't speak up on those people, bro. They know. They like don't like they go. The real ones know not to speak up on our peoples. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Like they know not to do that shit. So like
And
they
that's all
gonna
we're
get at.
saying. And that's all we're saying, homie. Keep it respectful. If you want to talk about, that's on you, homie. If you want to make excuses for this guy, that's on you. I'm not making any excuses. To me, is, homie, you ain't gonna sit here and tell me, oh, well, it was because that she's from a certain Crip gang. So that means if I'm arguing with a Southsider who's a black guy, I can call him all kind of racial names, and I could tell the
Right.
brothers, hey, it ain't none of your business. He's a Southsider. No, fuck no. He's still a black man. That's all it is. That's all it is. But it's insane how many excuses people try to bring up, homie. It's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. That's some scary shit. All them excuses. Shit. Like, come on, man.
Well,
Like, oh well, let's just don't worry about it. Just leave. Just don't even speak on it. Just leave it alone. Like all them callers that were calling in talk about like, oh man, just let bygones be. That's the reason why
mm-hmm.
motherfuckers think they can say shit like that
Yes.
because of
Yes.
motherfuckers like that.
Yes. That's exactly what it is, homie. But not over here. Hey, I appreciate the phone call, brother.
Exactly, man. All right, have a
Homie.
good one, man.
You too, late. Yo, it's the original Miklo. He hates who he really is. Mira, pinche vato joto. El Miklo ni hablaba español. Stop listening to people on YouTube, Holmes. Ay, but you over here. If I was a person that my voice meant nothing, do you really think they'd be trying to knock me down? Do you really think they'd be trying to discredit me? Nah, homie. They know what it is. We out here with a voice for the people, and they don't like it, carnal. Maybe you don't like it, but you still here watching. Playboy. Yeah, plus you can call the number, but see, that's what it is. It's clowns like that. There's the number, homie. 818-538-9330. Let's run it. But busters like you ain't trying to run nothing. You're just talking out the side of your neck, homie. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, Holmes. Let's see. We need to go support. Yeah, that's it. Hold on, let me see that. Let me put this over here. No, the love coming from Dallas, Texas. That's right, Ricardo. You know what it is, homie. Or Supreme. All right, come on, let's get this in real quick. Joe, what's good?
Yo,
It's
just
good.
tapping in, man.
Over here getting it in, homeboy, waiting for one of these guys to call, and they don't want to call, homie. They want to talk shit on the comment section, now, but it's all good. What's good with you? Talk to us.
They don't got the boss to make the calls.
That's the thing, homie. They think I'm really charging them $1.99 a fucking minute, and their mom won't give them the credit card number.
God damn. American Cholo, I got a quick observation that I've made over this whole whack thing, or this whole Plaza being disrespected. I got a quick question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Do you feel that the 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 disunity that there is between the brown raza is because within the brown raza we actually have different nationalities? Do you think that's part of the issue?
Yes.
Do you think that part of the issue is for example, you yourself, you're Honduran, me myself, I'm Mexican, the next man might be Salvadorian, but everybody sees us as brown. But within ourselves, we do see the division. So you think, I'm asking, like, do you think that that's part of the problem?
Yes. We are, listen, without even the countries, we are tribal as fuck. All right. Without even the countries, you have a guy say que yo soy de Sinaloa, otro que yo soy Michoacán, que yo soy Durango, que yo soy this. We within ourselves, I'm from East LA, I'm from Boyle Heights. We even within our own regions out here in Southern California, it's the tribal mentality, homie. It really is. We need to shake that, and that's exactly what it is. So when it comes to like other ethnicities, like with me, I love it that I was born in Honduras, because you know why? Because that gives me the insight to what it is Hondureño, and to know what it is when some people try to discriminate against you. I've been in rooms where people are saying, "I said pinche cerote," and they're talking about somebody else because they don't know I'm from Honduras. Homie. Shit like that. And then I'll bust their balls, fucking right. Hey, ¿qué onda? Fool, you ain't. I said, fool, I was born in Honduras. And people, a lot of the Central Americans at work, they don't believe me when I tell them that, because I work with nothing but, raza in there. But there is definitely a disconnect with us, and it doesn't even need to be between other countries. We do it within our own cities, homie. Within our own cities, there's 10, 20 different gangs. It's all the same city. It's all the same issues. We all have the same problems, but just because they're from a different block, F them. That's the mentality that we unfortunately have been growing up with for the last 50 years, and we need to shake that mentality. I mean, we need to break those mental chains from us, I mean, in order for us to advance as people.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. So do you think that with that being said, that it's possible that until us as a raza, as a one, learn to respect each other and to actually accept each other for being, yeah, we might be the same skin color, but we have different cultures. Do you think that until we get past that maybe other races, or maybe these other clowns that like to that like to clown and talk shit on the raza. Like, do you think they don't see it as serious? Do you think like they know that they're like, look, we can pick at this group of people, and at the end they're all gonna divide because they're gonna say, oh well, he didn't say me. Well, he didn't
Well,
call me. No, he called you. No, he said that.
let me tell you what I've learned growing up in the streets. I mean,
Yes,
the
sir.
the thing that brothers can say yes or no about this, but the homies in jail broke it down where people got to respect us. And they fought for that, right? They fought for that for years, where it wasn't that I'm a big guy, I can fuck you up. No, it was, hey, homie, you messing with one of them, you're messing with all of them. So we came to a point where we made rules and regulations, and everybody's following them because why? There's repercussions for that, right? So that's where the jail system got that respect, and now people don't mess with homies just like that because they know what's coming. Well, we need to do that same thing out here, but not in a violent way. I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form. So please don't try to take that. Anybody tries to cut this, right? I'm saying we need to come together as people, as brown men and women, and boycott a lot of this shit. Not go to this kind of stuff. Actually, start coming together. And once you start hurting people's pocketbooks, they're gonna be like, it's gonna be known around the industry. Hey, dude, you start talking shit about Latinos in any way, shape, or form, and they get word on it, your career is over, especially like in California, New Mexico, Arizona, all the South over here where we're deep, homie. Chicago, New York, wherever we're deep, we are a buying power. This is the issue. They want our money. They want your seat at that concert. They want your seat at the event, but they don't want your opinion. And they believe, and when I say they, I mean people who are running the music industry, the rap industry. I'm not calling a race, I'm saying in general, people who are in power. They want our money, but they don't want our opinion. But I'm saying we're done with that, homie. You're gonna get my money, but you're gonna respect the hell out of me, and you're gonna hear my opinion when I don't like what you're doing. And that's what we need to do. We need to set up precedents out there for them to sit there and know there's repercussions behind this. It ain't on no gang shit. It's on the money shit. It's where I'm not buying your product. I am not pushing your product. As a matter of fact, I'm getting online and I'm letting everybody, and that's how we need to come together and work like the Matrix, homie. Where American Cholo says this, you know what? You got the full communities, you got iHeart, you got all these communities, all these podcasts, boom, pushing that issue, letting everybody know. It's like a wave, homie. And then you know what's gonna happen? Hey, fool, you need to shut the fuck up and not talk about these people like that. Why? Because we
Hey,
we, we want our respect just as much as you guys do.
hey, just now that you were saying that, something came up. Something came to my mind, and you've actually had these vatos there in your podcast. How would that affect the Coyote though?
No,
Like, don't you?
listen. I support Coyote for hire all day long, homie. I know they're under contract, but what's the name is not doing shit for them. They are not. I think whatever. I don't know how much time they got left on their contract because I've asked them and had these conversations with the guys. They they have figured out that what's the name ain't doing shit for their career, ain't doing nothing. It's just like it's almost like I guess imagine NWA and Jerry Heller or even like Dre and Suge Knight. He just had them on their contract. That's all it is. But as far as those guys, I haven't. I went to one of their things not too long ago. There is no Whack 100 production that's putting them on. They pretty much, I think, have cut ties with one another. I'm sure he's still ganking them for whatever he can as far as contract goes. But
Contractual.
but I still support them. I'm not foolish enough to sit here now and look for a reason to say f those guys. They're nah, homie. We need to, especially those guys are so talented. We need to support our people, and sometimes does that mean doing stuff like that? Yeah, that's what it means, homie. We're not perfect individuals. We're not gonna always make the greatest career choices, but we're also not gonna sit here and try to hold other people to standards that we ourselves do not live as. I'm not a perfect person. I make mistakes, homie. But when I make mistakes, I try to own up to them. And if I fuck up, hey, homie, I'm sorry. It is what it is. And that's to me with fucking Wacko. All he needed to do, straight up as a man, he says, "Oh, I talked to these watchers from podcasts. They're 40 some, they're OGs. Fool, you're supposed to be an OG. I am an OG. An OG is a guy who's going to try to diffuse the situation and make it right. An OG is going to be a guy to say, hey, you know what, homie? You're absolutely right, homie. I fucked up. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And as a man, as an OG, I would be there and say, all right, homie, it's all good. Let's keep it pushing. That's it. That's it. But nope, doubles down on the dumb, stupid shit because that's what he wants, homie. To me, that ain't a G, homie. That's an old man still acting like a little kid, homie. And we ain't doing that over here. We on some gangster shit over here, real gangster shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. No, that's not a no G shit. That's on entertainer clown shit.
Absolutely.
Um, as far as whack, right? But last little comment or last little topic
Yes,
that
sir.
I came to my mind as well before I let you go. I know the callers are trying to get in, but this is an important one as well. Um, do you think it's hypocritical? In my opinion, I do. I think this is hypocritical for okay, so for example, I've been noticing a lot of podcasts out there your way. I'm from Texas, you know, you're from California, so when I say your way, I mean out there in California. Talking about unity this, unity that. I think, well, including yourself, you've done a lot for unity. Um, but you're excluded from this because, well, I know that you do mean unity, unity for all. But how do you feel about these rappers or these podcasts that are calling for unity, but they're really just calling for unity in the South, and when it comes to the North, that unity line is no longer there. So isn't that a little hypocritical? And this is where I'm coming from
No, I know what you're
because
asking. I know what you're asking.
be,
Listen, this is my, yeah, I got an answer for you. Absolutely.
be,
It's
be,
it,
be-
it's this,
because
huh?
let me finish really
All right.
quickly because it's kind of hard. For example, myself. Okay, when they're talking about unity, but they're not, but they don't want the unity with the North or the right or the North with the South. Some, I'm not saying all, but when I myself see that, I say, fool, like you guys don't want unity. Like I can't get behind that, and I feel that there's other people outside of California that see this on some unfortunately still gangster mentality, meaning gang type
Yeah. Yes.
mentality,
Yes.
and it's not real. And it's not real. So we from out here, from outside of California, we see the hypocrisy, and we see where you know what. Nah, like y'all fix that. Y'all fix that because that's y'all's issue. Because at the end of the day, the unity that that Southern California might want is not the unity that Texas
All right,
might want.
let me answer that now. All right. First, before I answer that, let me give King Ram 199 super chat. We got a commercial going on. Affordable bouquets at Destino's Floral Arrangements. There you go, homeboy. He's got his plug in here. Okay, so this is what I see, homie. When you say that, it's not so. I get the hypocrisy part, but it's not so much that you got to understand that we've been fighting ourselves out here in LA, Southern California in general for well over 50 years, right? As a whole, as far as gangs go, right? So it's tough enough to see the homies from down here getting along, going to events, no fights, no this. It's tough enough getting that, and it's a beautiful thing at the same time. So when I do hear homies that don't want to sit here and function with anybody from up north, I understand it. I do. I as a former banger out here in the hood, I understand it 100%. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go ahead and just say that and say screw those guys. No, that's why I'm going to Sacramento next month. I'm trying to at least be that older guy who may be the first one walking across the bridge and them seeing me deal with homies from up north. Because even the guys from up north, they don't mess with me like that yet. Yet, I mean, you got Goltos, but actual guys that are out there in the rap game, they're very distant.
Right.
I've hit all of them up as well, homie. I got nothing to hide, homie. This is who I am. This is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to do. And but to me is this peace and unity. But see, that's unity. To me, it's peace. Peace means peace with everybody. You can't pick and choose who we're gonna have peace. I've said this many of times. If I went to my hood and I got 10 homies and there's 10 different hoods, which there's a lot of hoods in my neighborhood, and I said, "All right, fellas, we're gonna make peace with all these hoods," and every single one of those guys said, "No problem," but I can choose one hood not to make peace with. Which each one of those guys is gonna have a hood, and at the end, there is no peace. That doesn't work. In order for us to truly make peace, in order for us to really move as one, yeah, we need to swallow that pride and we need to move forward. But it's real difficult. It's taken this long to get where we're at negatively. It's going to take just as long to get out of it. But we are headed in the right direction, my man. That's all I can say.
Yeah, yeah. I think in order for that to work, maybe well, I do see you doing it, but
maybe you guys need to start a movement. You know what I mean? Where it's like
The
you know,
moment the moment's already started. It just takes time. I mean, it just takes time. There's nothing. There's no way.
yeah.
You're gonna get it out generationally, and that's what's gonna happen. Generationally, you're gonna start
Right.
you're gonna start seeing a lot of
Right.
these young guys getting out of prison, and I've already spoken to a few. They're right there busting balls with norteños and vice versa, and they're looking at each other and say they're not that much different. So it's gonna take a while, but eventually it's gonna happen, homie. God willing, carnal. With that, homie, I appreciate the call, homeboy.
No problem. Yes, sir. Thank you for answering. You guys have a good night.
You got you too, brother. Late. All right, all right, people. So we about to get out of here. You can drop the city, drop the location. Daniel K, the original Sholoani in the building. I will say this, homie. Let me hide that real quick. Mm-mm. Let me give you guys a little bit of word here. Money can buy you diamond grill. Money can buy you some big old expensive cadenas. Money can buy you badass whip. Money can buy you a house. Money can make you millions. But money can never buy you character, homie. That's something that you got to earn, and you got to realize in life how important that is. And with that, people, I'm out. You guys know what it is. Late.